Hey there everybody, welcome back. This is the beginning of Season 4. We're on the first day of July where everything starts. First, I'm going to catch you up on what happened towards the end of the season. We did send Ryan Innes back to Crystal Palace, so that's nothing to be... I said I was going to do it, no problems. Jolly and Rahman have both decided they want transferred, so I'm just going to hold on to them for now, see what happens. If someone goes for them, they're good players, they might, then we'll see what happens. We've got the cover in strikers, not worried about it. We also received the Manager of the Year award last year, so get in on that. Peterborough won the playoff to join us in the championship, so we'll have to deal with them again. You can see that on the table just a minute ago, which is fine. We beat them handily both matches. The expectations this season are to win the league title again. How many times do we have to do this in a row? How long before our squad can't manage that at first glance? And round of, I think it was either 16 or 32 in a cup, which shouldn't be too big a deal. Speaking of cups, we drew West Brom in the first round of the Capital One Cup. That will be our first competitive match after the 3 friendlies. Speaking of those 3 friendlies, let's go into the news and check on who are friendlies. We've got Aberdeen from Scotland, Darmstadt from somewhere in Central or Northern Europe, and then FC Utrecht from Holland. So that's that. The only others pre-news that I need to tell you is that Andy Sandell is going to retire this year, which means we can't sell him, we can't release him. He's just going to take up some wages and a spot on the roster, which kind of sucks. Oh well. So let's do some skipping around to fit all the transfer goodness we can into this video. Alright, let's take a quick look at our youth academy. Here's what we have for the moment. This guy, Daniel McGinn, he is the only one of these 4 that hasn't had the May boost yet. He was scouted after May, and we signed him because he just looks so freaking good. I mean, potential of 83 to 94, and starting in the high 50s probably. He could be a right legend in his own right. Kyle Lappin has had a boost. We didn't sign him to the Youth Academy until after the boost, so I'm not sure how the glitch works on that, but he still looks like a really good player. Center defensive mid is one of the players I'm sort of looking at, but not too worried about. Luke Lee is the only player that was in the academy before the May boost, so I'm pretty sure he will not ever have any physical boosts, and his physicals aren't great. A couple of them are alright, but we'll see. Some people think that he might get a pass because he wasn't eligible to be brought up. He's still 15, he's still not eligible, so he might have got a pass. Natsume was the only guy that I mentioned a while back that we sent our scout out to Japan. This guy looks like a legend. A left winger is exactly what I need. He's got some decent physical stats as is. He was scouted before May, but we didn't bring him in until after. He's got some good stats. He would probably walk into the team as, I think his stamina might be alright too for a young guy. So he could feature probably before the winter. We'll see what happens, and we'll see how quick he bugs us. Alright guys, we jumped over to the short list where I have some targets. First, there's a few goalkeepers here that I want to look at. Some of these I've scouted, some of them I haven't. I've sent out some inquiries already for those that I haven't got, that aren't transfer listed or anything. Goalkeeper is not a high priority, but I think I might want a bit more experience and a little more talent ahead of Allsup, although he developed another point towards the end of the season. I think you guys saw that. Maybe it didn't make it in there. But he's a 67 rated now, so he might be okay. Spiegel's a bit expensive, but we might get him on loan. Robles, maybe. This guy, I don't remember how much he's worth, but I think he's fairly decent, and I've sent out an inquiry for him. We're not looking at center backs. We're overloaded on those. The highest priority, I think, is a left back. So these are the guys that I've looked at most. I have my own list over here. There's one missing. Which one is it? Why don't these... Oh, I've listed Tyler Blackett as a left back because he's got the speed, he's got some decent passing and ability, so he could easily be a left back if we needed it, and he's a decent player. I think he's also transfer listed as well. So I'm not going to do as much buying and selling right on. I'm going to go through that real quick because this far into a game, things lag a lot, so I'll try and cut all that out for you. So all these left backs are viable, and I just need to see who's game to join us. We're also looking for maybe another center mid to, shore things up in the middle. Not sure if I want attacking or defensive. This guy looks pretty decent as a defensive. This guy was also, I think, fairly defensive as well. He's got a lot of passing. I think he's a little bit defensive, but also good at passing. This guy, I think I wanted to drop. I don't know why he's still on here. I trimmed down the list a lot before. Here, he's transfer listed, so he's got good passing, so he would be a good attacking mid, even though he's listed as defensive. This is just a young guy that we could look into, although he's not. Maybe. Anyways, Amini is actually transfer listed, so he's an option. This guy, young future star, I think. Obviously a regen of some sort. Then second target, I think, would be another left mid. We're a bit short on that. We've only got O'Halloran, and he's not great. This guy will be expensive, but besides, the other three, I think, are options. So I think I will start with some left mid and left wing action. We got a few strikers, but we really don't need them. There's only one or two that I really want. There's Ceballos at the bottom. He's another left wing possibility. I think he's only got a little bit left. He doesn't have. He is transfer listed, but there's still a little while left on his contract, so he might be a bit expensive for us. We don't have too much money to work with. So I think the first thing we'll do is start looking at the left backs. Alright, guys. It says that Declan John's a future star, but I think we can nab him. We're going to go for just $1 million on him. Let's see what they say to that. And maybe I'll try and undercut them a little bit more than that, just 900. Let's see what they say about that one. Alright, second left back target, transfer listed. We could get him on the cheap, so let's undercut his full a little bit and just go 600. Alright, Kiprianu, he is a left wing back, which means he also has really good left mid stats, so that would be excellent if we get that kind of cover. He's worth a little bit more than we have, so we'll hit them at 1.2, see if Watford will bite at that. Alright, the last out and out left back we're going to look at is Ryan Haynes. He's at Coventry, who are back in League One. But he's fairly decent. He's the lowest rated, but he's got decent skills. He's a very good crosser, so I think I will put in at 700 for him and see what we get. Okay, I said I'd go in for Tyler Blackett as a left back and also more center back cover. He looks like he is fairly cheap to begin with, and let's just try and undercut him a little bit at 400. He might be a cheap buy. See what we can get for him. Alright, now we'll move on to the left mids. That's our second priority. We've got Tamo Harder here. He's transfer listed from Dortmund. So let's undercut the price a little bit as usual. See what we can get out of them. Alright, next left mid I'm looking at is Dale Jennings. He's easily the best of the lot. And, kind of expensive. We may not be able to afford him in the end, but let's go with 1.1, I think, for him. He's a player I'd really like. He may be above our price range. Let's see what they think about 1.1 on him. Alright, last left mid, and that'll probably be it for transfers right now. Josh Murphy from Norwich. Let's go for the same amount on him, 1.1. Again, he might be a bit expensive for us. Let's see what they do. Alright guys, back at the hub. We've put in all our offers. We don't have a lot of money to work with, right? But we do have 10 players I've put up for transfers, and there could be any other offers to come in. So let's just skip ahead, see what we find. Alright guys, one day later, and the emails are pouring in. That's just a scouting report, not interested. Yug, well, they want 2.1 for him. That's more expensive. He's a goalkeeper, which is not high priority. We'll skip him. Sabali is a left back that I might be interested in. Let's go and have a gander at him. So, Sabali, they said they want $1 million. I don't buy that in the slightest. Let's do 650. Should be about right what he's worth. Next on the list is Thomas. Of course, he's on the transfer list, but he's a center mid. He's not important. Pele, just short of $1 million from Milan. This guy, not interested about him. Webster is the young guy from Southampton. Expensive. We'll have to hold off. And Colcliffe, oh, he's another good youngster. He's definitely could be good, but low priority at the moment. Okay, here we go. We got some action. Norwich are okay with the 1.1 on Josh Murphy, which isn't bad. He's a left mid, so let's, I'm going to hold off on that, see if we can get a left back. Ryan Haynes, they want 1.2 for. Let's have a look. So earlier we put in for 700. They want 1.2. We'll bump him to 850. That's what I think we'll start there. Next up here, Cipriano. They didn't put anything because he's way too valuable. And I offered 1.2. Let's have a quick look here. Okay, so we offered 1.2 and it was way too low. I don't think we're going to go after him. We're going to remove him from the shortlist. And for Bendowski, they've set a higher price tag. That's actually not that bad. So for Bendowski, we put in 600. They say 675. I don't think we'll go that high. How about we give them 640, split the difference, see what they think of that. Alright, here's some good action. We've got an offer for Struna. 200. He's worth 240. I think we do need to move him along. Let's bump 220, split the difference, and off he goes. Next up, another left back. They set a lower or higher price tag. Let's see what we can do. So 650. They want 825. We'll bump them to 725. I think that might do it. Barnsley are not interested in selling Dale Jennings for anything lower than 1.5 million. I don't blame them. He's a good player, but let's leave him for now. Temo Harder is different left mid, 775. Let's go have a look at him again. If we could pick off a couple players from Dortmund, I'd be fine with that. So they want 775. We'll do 700. I think that's a good offer. Okay, and for Tyler Blackett, they want 500,000. I don't think we need him, so we're going to leave that for the moment. And just look down here. Declan John, they just want more money for him. We offered 900. I think that's too much, so we're going to let him go. We've got a few other good leads on left backs. Alright, just a scouting update. And Shrewsbury have accepted the Struna deal, so we could be down one player, and that'd be cool. Alright, Coventry have come back and said 1.2 million for Haynes. I think we're just going to let him go. And Dortmund are okay with Bandowski coming. I think we might just go for him. I don't think he's super great, but he's young, he'll develop. And we're going to need to, well, wrong one. Let's just blow our whole wage budget on him for now, see if we can get away without adjusting it, and then we'll adjust it for more players. He wants 4 years. And I think we'll give him a squad rotation player role. See what he thinks of that. Okay, Dortmund have got another offer for Harder from Hertha Berlin, but I think we might get in unless they think that money is enough better. We'll see. Alright, we've got Sabali available if we want to buy him from Paris Saint-Germain. He's a bit more expensive than the Dortmund guy, so I think we'll hold off. I'm going to adjust my wage budget a little bit. Let's see who our middles we're talking to. Murphy, he's not important to us right now, so they can have him. Okay, another scouting thing that we don't worry too much about. And Harder from Dortmund has gone elsewhere. That's too bad. We're going to have to ditch him. Oh, and another person's after the same guy. Alright. Let's see what we can figure out from here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and see if we can give Josh Murphy a contract here. We're going to drop his wages just a little bit, give him the years he wants, and we'll bump up his squad role to important. See what that does for us. Alright, the deal for Struna has finally gone through. A little bit more money to play with. Murphy says He doesn't. He's in Premier and he wants to stay there, but we have to give him more money if we want it. Looks like same goes for Bandowski. Okay, so we have bumped up our wage budget. We got a little bit more to play with. Let's go for 8.5 on Bandowski. See what he thinks of that one. Okay, guys, we are moving along. I would have liked to have gone in for another go at Josh Murphy, but he signed with someone else, so there goes that idea. Let's see, that's not interesting right now. Bandowski's still wrangling for more cash. Alright, how about we go 9.5? That should be acceptable. If it isn't, then I guess we'll have to give him everything he wants. Let's go for it. Alright, guys, here's another cheaper option for left mid. This guy plays at Real Valladolid. He looks alright, and he's got cheap wages, so maybe we'll take him on loan, see if he's decent. We'll go short. We'll pick him up for a bit more in the winter if he is good. He's young. We might develop, and then maybe we'll try to buy him. Let's go ahead and do that one. We got some youth stuff to look at, but I'll do that while you guys have something else. Ooh, an offer from Akwonghai. Now, Akwonghai wasn't actually up for on the transfer list, I don't think, so I'm going to make them pay a bit more for him. Let's see what they think of 375. Because he's not on the transfer list yet. Let's go do that. Alright, scouting update. Alright, we can get this left mid on loan, and Bandowski wants a bigger role. At least we know the cash is good. Let's go fix that. So we'll give him the full cash. Oh, you know, he accepted the 9.5, so we'll do 9.5. 4 years, and important should do it for him. And for this guy, we'll go ahead and accept him. Just another left mid option. We'll take him on a short loan, see how he does, see what happens. Alright, guys, I just popped into the squad here to have a quick look at this guy. Decently quick. Not a lot of stamina. Where's his skills? Decent dribbler, okay, crosser. Decent passing. Not bad shot power, and that's all. Anything else to know about? Also does decent as a cam. That's it. Alright, more scout stuff. I'll look at that in a minute. And they have accepted the offer for Magnus Akwonghai. Nice, we'll make some money there. And that guy is going away for a lot of money. No, we weren't that interested in him. Alright, looks like Bandowski has accepted that, so we're just going to jump in there and accept it. Oh, can I? Oh, I gotta go fix that real quick. I'll be back in a second. Alright, back. Adjusted the wages, and boom, there it is. That should do us for the time being. Got ourselves a left back. Alright, there's a Bandowski 68 rated. Man, that was a steal for a player that good. Let's have a quick look. Good aggression, decent speed. His interceptions are decent as well. Stamina, I wish he had more of. Okay on the ball, decent in the air. Good tackler. I don't tend to use a slide tackle, so I always look at standing tackle more. And really tall, left-footed, good, decent work rate. He's still fairly young, so he might develop fairly well. Also, that's a good buy, I think. Ooh, hold on. We might not have to hold on to Sandell after all. Somebody's putting an offer for him at asking price. And we'll just bump it up a little bit. And we might actually get rid of the old guy. Do it, please. And they have accepted the offer for Akwonghai. That's one less player to deal with as well. More money also. Okay, another squad report. And crew have accepted the deal for Sandell. He should probably move off soon. Okay, so it looks like we have come to the end of the episode as we're at the match. These guys are asking about playing in the game. Georgie Thomas wants in, Wilmot wants in, and Zhu says he wants to take over Akwonghai. So, yep, we're at the match against Aberdeen. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of all the transfer deals I was looking at. And, well, any kind of input would be great. Like the video if you like the new style of season intro, where I actually got to go through all the transfer stuff up to the first game. I hadn't tried that before, and well, let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the Aberdeen match.